Hello and welcome to the NARL Season 17 All-Star Race. Just going to be an E tonight here in the booth, as it was kind of one of them deals. Not a lot of people wanting to, well, saying a lot of people wanting to, but not a huge big ordeal in terms of attendance tonight, which also makes for, what, can y'all hear me? It says on here y'all can hear me. Alright. Yeah, but like just gonna be me tonight in the booth as we got ourselves the All-Star race here at Daytona. You may notice some familiar on-track logos, as this is the same track that was used for the 2024 CSCA Summer Shootout on Cook Broadcasting Network. That race was won by Ryan Santana in 2024, if I'm not mistaken. So it was like, shoot, it was like 2 years ago almost. Not quite 2 years ago, but getting close to that. But nope, this is the NARL All-Star race, and we're gonna be doing. Let's see how many laps we're doing. 50 laps. I think that will make for something here. So another add-on that you may not see in most NARL All-Star races is that they are running the GNS 1970s mod, which go ahead and go through the field a little bit here. Just we're about halfway through happy hour here. We're going to get this race started here soon. Like I said, 50 laps tonight. There is no All-Star Open, just the main event due to the attendance and the recent events of this week. I will go ahead and address the elephant in the room. It has been a little over 24 hours since it was announced that we lost a NASCAR driver recently, so rest in peace to them. See that tribute on Colton Calvich. Go to Chase. But yeah, just a few minutes left in happy hour. Most of these guys are getting their laps in. And speaking of that 22 Colton Calvich, he's going to be sitting on the pole here for tonight. And you got that 78. That's going to be William Green. He was going to be in the 04, but I stole it, and then he ended up not winning it anyway. After I changed numbers, there is the 07 Nathan Hobbs, 70 Garson Muyoung. And we got some cars in the pits. Colton Pettipas in the 44. Cameron Jamison, the 38. 00 of Cole Mather. Number 5, that is Nicholas Justice. Right behind that is the 28, Keith Hughes. First NARL start in a long while. And then you got the 24, Gina Benoni in the Benoni Crime Syndicate, and number 24, Ford Torino. And there's more. Harry Crawford in the 76. And there's probably some guys that aren't on track right now. I'm curious. Did Cameron do his thing on the on this car like he did with EPRS? Nah, missed opportunity. Random dude. Did anyone do anything interesting? I doubt it. Anyways, we got about 34 seconds left in happy hour. Oh, my numbers aren't updating. Yikes. I think I've seen a mix of NARL and IFR numbers in there, but that is alright. Most of these guys practicing their pit stops. This field not near as large as what was seen in the 2024 Summer Shootout that was hosted by CSCA, but I think a fair car count. I think we'd still get some solid racing going. Granted, being 50 laps, we'll see how it goes, but yeah. As I mentioned before, we did have that loss in this week which may be a factor in why we have a lower attendance, along with the fact being Memorial Weekend. It's just rough week so far. So, or rough end of the week rather. So definitely gonna be interesting to see how things go here tonight. Oh, we got another driver here in the 13. That is Sebastian Amaya. Currently fastest on the happy hour board. That is William Green in the 78. 28 and 24 practicing their pit stops as we round down the clock on this happy hour. Honestly, not much else to say until we get to a race. Just, oh, I think everybody's wrecking it up, getting their sillies out, and there it is. Pace car. I just did a whole video on it. This one not as niche. Go ahead and get in and out of the car. That way these guys can get gridded up. But Colton Kalovich going to lead us to the green here tonight. Speaking of, they got a new Petty's V8 sound pack that I did not get the chance to download today, so hopefully within the next week or so I'll have a chance to showcase that new sound pack made by Mr. Colton Kalovich. As these guys are getting gridded up, ready to go. Let's see, we got row 1, Colton Kalovich and the 70 Garson Millyoung. Row 2, William Green, Sebastian Amaya. Row 3, the 44 of Colton Pettipaw. And man, the Sejidan cars look so similar. I think that's, it's one of the Sejidan cars. And then row 4, Harry Crawford, Nathan Hobbs. Row 5, I did not check who's in the 59, and that would be Cole Mather. And then Nicholas Justice, Gino Bononi, and running out the field, Keith Hughes, and number 28. Probably check who's in the 59 here for too long. 50 laps here tonight. They get 1 forgiven restart. In fact, I forgot to unmute. That way I could hear race control. I'll do that here in a couple laps. As we await the pace car to enter pit road to get this thing on the road. Again, if they wreck it up, they got about 1 restart. Pace cars in. Colton Kalovich, Garson Millyoung, and we are green flag racing here at Daytona. Back up. I'll let him get a couple laps in. I need to get some stuff updated. Already single filing out. And not a very large field. No reason to go too crazy this early. I do need to figure out who's in the 59. That's Cameron McKellareth. Ooh, a little bit of a loosey goosey 44 Colton Pettipaw. Yeah, these cars are going pretty quick in the corners. To see the 38 Jamison in the wall a little bit on the exit 4. Leader of lap 1, that is Colton Kalovich in the 22. I just realized his roof number is upside down. Gosh dang it. Yeah, you see they're sliding these into the corners. These speeds go up about 200 in the corners. I think they go about 205, 207 in the straights, if I'm not mistaken. Let's get a little bit of a look at that real quick. From Garson Millyoung. Yeah, topped about 209 down the back straight. Got that top line. Cameron Jamison trying to make that work. A little bit of a warp around the bottom. That is a 76 Harry Crawford. Meanwhile, big run on the top. Garson Millyoung trying to challenge the 22. He's got help from William Green and Sebastian Amaya. A little bit of jostling in the back. Nathan Hobbs, he's going to get the short end of that stick. A little loose from William Green there in the 78. And then we are now double file here at Daytona. New leader Garson Milling able to clear that 22 here into turn 3. William Green going to make that very narrow gap between him and the 44 in the exit of turn 4. That's going to leave Amaya out to dry, but he's got help from the 38 of Cameron Jamison. And they're just sliding these things into the corners. Tire wear is going to be a bit of a factor, I think, tonight. I didn't check the fuel count. That is on me, but we are going to find out surely enough how that works. If they get single filed out, I'll take a second, unmute race control, get a couple things updated. For the time being, just gonna keep on this race. As a big move from Cameron McElreath there. I believe this is for 10th place, or no, 8th place on Jamison. 3 wide, nope. Benoni and Jamison, the teammates, gonna be helping each other up on this top lane. Otherwise, it looks to be single filing out a little bit. See, Sebastian Amaya kind of poking his head underneath 5, not really anything too crazy. Oh, 38 a little loose. And some cars in the back. 5 car up top behind the 76. Alright, I'm going to take a quick second to... Oh, almost missed a wreck. As the 5 getting close to that 76, they're going to lose some spots. It's Nicholas Justice in the 5. And Cameron McElreath. Oh, there's got a big run for the lead here. Here comes Colton Kalovich. He's going to try to retake the lead. He's got help from William Green. There's a lot more draft on the top right now than the bottom. And Colton Kalovich. He's going to retake control of this race with that top line resurgence. Big run from Cameron Jamison right behind the 44. Almost 3 wide right in front of them with 13 and 59. But doesn't quite come to fruition, which is probably a good thing. Oh, 76 warping. Oh. Top line. Top 4. 59 almost clear of the 70. Not quite. Comes a May on the bottom. Oh, a little bit of tire smoke. I think that's from one of these guys in the top 4, just really digging into these corners. These tires are starting, they're going to get more wear out. They're going to get hotter. This isn't your typical super speedway setup. This is made for a bit more of a challenging dynamic than what you would normally see in an NR2003 online super speedway event. See William Green kind of backing up his corners a little bit here. Doesn't help that 76, at least for the short term, but that allows that 78 to get that sniff, potentially try to go after that 22, maybe make a run, or maybe heck, just, you know, keep doing what he's doing, practice the car, get comfortable with the setup, because this isn't exactly what you would normally consider a normal NR2003 online super speedway setup. A little bit of side by side here with the 59 and 44. Help from Keith Hughes. McElreath, and it's going to be allowing Sebastian Amaya. Only 13 cars in this race. Okay. Yeah, top 3 currently doing their own thing. As a 70 just behind them on that top line with help from Cameron McElreath. That 76 warping a bit. It's a bit of a concern racing around someone that, you know, moving across the track, you might end up getting your J's creased. That 70, he's got a good run here, side by side with the 78. Might clear, or not clear, but steady ahead of him into the corner. Colton Kalovich got a bit of a gap there. You don't want to get too much of a gap at these tracks, even with a setup like this. Now, if it was open setup, then maybe, but like this, I think you don't want to get too big of a gap. But I don't think it was anything crazy from Colton there in terms of gap. Able to manage pretty solidly there. This top line appears to fade a little bit. They might get a good run here down the back straightaway. They got a good bit of cars up here. Here comes that 78. Big move on front of the 70. 28 immediately goes to the bottom. That 76, once again, warping a little bit. Just got to watch out for that. William Green, he's going to have a run on Colton Kalovich here on the top lane. He is going to, I don't know who led the stripe there. I think it was a 22 still held that. Nope. William Green by basically nothing led that lap. That top line trying to resurge again. The corners, that bottom, definitely gets that better entry. But on the exit, this top lane is able to get that run. Now, granted, you have to make sure you got some cars, some good draft. But there's a lot of factors into it. Oh, wow, that 70 was really close in the back of that 78 in corner entry. Holds on to it. Another big run from both these guys, and I think it is, once again, the 78 at the line by nothing. That is 2 laps in a row. The 78 has led the lap by 0.00 something. Just the NR2003 won't show us that much. Or at least my end won't. It might say it on the... Does it say it on the ticker? It does say it on the ticker. Nice. Yeah, still side by side. These top three rows have just kind of been steady these past few laps. Heck, I might even say top 4 rows. Here comes Keith with a little bit of a wobble there. I think 78 able to lead that lap by a little bit more than what he was before. No, I'm just mistaken on that. Oh well. Yeah, get this run going. Oh, 24 in the wall. That's going to slow up that top line a little bit. He stays in the draft, but yeah, definitely a bit of a gamble there. Oh, that 76 got really close in the entry of 3 and 4. That 44 is going high. Nobody wanting to be around that 76 right now. 38 in the wall off of 4. William Green continues to lead. However, new car on the bottom. That is Garson Muyung in the 70. Kelreth is now second on that top lane. As you see this straightaway, the run they have. Here comes McKellareth. He's going for a big move in 3 and 4. Gets in the back of the 7-8 just a little bit. Chops back in front of the 70 right as he washes up in the entry of the corner. Big move there. That's going to allow that 78 to get a bit of a gap. Nothing too crazy. Now that 70 is going to... Ooh. Got 59 blocked a little too late there if they were planning on it. That was a big move there in 3 and 4. Almost worked. Oh, and 3, almost 3 wide into turn 1 and 2. Not quite. 38 touched the wall a little bit. Nothing too crazy. As William Green continues to lead. Big run from the 59 with help from the 28 of Keith Hughes. 59 is going to dive it low right underneath the 78 of William Green. Oh, 70 is going to wash up on the exit 3 and 4 side by side for the lead. They don't really get a lot of huge drafts. The top line appears to be where the momentum's at right now. Still racing hard. I think another car got in the wall. That might have been the 38 of Jamison once again. Oh, and here comes a big move for the lead. That is Keith Hughes in the 28. Multi-time NARL Super Speedway winner. He knows how to get it done on these tracks. still side by side at the 44 of Colton Pettipaw. He's now up here. Here comes the 78 of William Green. He wants that lead back. He's going back to the bottom. 59 playing the lanes. He's going to go bottom. He's going to go maybe 3. No! 78 was not having that. That's 78. William Green back to the lead. You can see the aggression starting to get a little bit more intense here. We're only on lap 18. And pit stops are going to be starting this lap. 13 of Sebastian and May are going to be starting that chain in the text chat. So based on that, I'm willing to bet. I mean, I think everyone's pitting this time, so pit road is going to be pretty crowded here. We may see our first yellow of the night if they don't keep it clean on entry. But it looks like it's going to be 18-ish laps on a tank of gas. So if this stays green, if they pit here and it stays green, we'll have one more stop left in this race. Everybody coming to pit road. And everybody makes it in. Nicely done. 5-car Nicholas Justice already down pit road. I think he had another issue from another incident that might happen. He I think he's going to go a lap down here with this pit stop. And it's going to be pretty important here. It looks like Cameron Jamison's going to miss his stall. Terrible mistake. That's going to cost him a ton of time and potentially cause him to lose the draft. And this is the big thing about these pit stops. You can't make any big mistakes. If you make big mistakes, you lose the draft. I think Colton Kalovich and, Colton Kalovich is going to be all right, but Jamison is going to be hugely affected by this. He's going to be several seconds away from, or not several seconds, but he's going to be away from the field, and he's going to miss the draft. That is going to be crucial into how this affects his race. Terrible set of circumstances there for Cameron Jamison. As the field has spread out now, we have a gap. We're 3 wide for the lead. Cole Mather, Keith Hughes, and Gino Bononi. Oh, they door each other in 3 and 4. Gino, he's having to back off a little bit to keep it straight. That allows Garson Muyoung to take second. All this going on under green just after pit stops. Cole Mather to the lead. Oh, bit of a tire smoke there. These guys start to single file out. I'm not sure if they're complacent with where they're at, but as your top 5 runs, it is Cole Mather, Garson Muyoung, Keith Hughes, William Green, and 5th place running right now, Gino Bononi. As you see, that 70 car has a run on the top. Does not have help. They're going to be a sitting duck here. As it looks like the top 6 are currently in this draft. As a 00 is going to move up out of the line a little bit. Going to open the door for Keith Hughes. Side by side for the lead that allows Bononi to come in. He thought about going 3 there. Thought better of it. He's got a little bit of draft from the 44. Meanwhile, we got a draft back here about just one less car than the main draft. So if this main draft, they could maybe catch back up if they stay together. It would take a bit of mistakes, a few mistakes from this top pack though. And we still got another pit stop as well, whether it be under green or under yellow. But about the other pack about 3 seconds back. We'll keep on tabs on that. Meanwhile, side by side, Keith Hughes and Cole Mather for the lead here is Gino Bononi once again peeking underneath. I think he might just be. Oh, the 00. Oh, they're getting close. These guys are fighting like crazy. 28 with a fairly large lead right now. Never mind, it'll get closed up really quick. I say fairly large. There was a gap, about a car length or so. William Green really cutting it close there. Trying to get underneath this 28 car. It looks like we got a car up here. That is Nicholas Justice, who I believe is the only car. It's the last car on the lead lap. So if he gets, he would be the first car to go lap down if this stays as where it's at right now. And halfway is at the end of 25. If we can make it to halfway without having a lap car, I'd say it's pretty impressive, even for Daytona standards with a 13 car field. So let's, I don't know. Let's see, how far back is he? I'd say it's possible. Um, we'll see. We'll see if that happens. Especially staying green like this as well. That's fairly impressive. Yeah, side by side here, this top chain. I will say that second pack has caught up a little bit. It is nothing impressive. I mean, I say it's nothing impressive. It's nothing crazy. They're making little gains here and there. It's very small gains. They just got to work together, which I'm not seeing any huge pushes or drafts or anything like that here. I'm mostly just seeing these guys just holding together, staying single file, which is a big part of that. And you see these guys up front being side by side, playing into that, and especially battling like they are right now. That is definitely helping that second bit of cars catch up. We'll see what the time says here in a second. They gained about a little under tenth of a second, if my math's right on that. So at this rate, they're barely catching. They're catching though. That's important. I think they need to catch before pit stops happen. As the end of this lap will be halfway. They pit lap 18, or they pit at the end of 18. So I'll have to pit one more time. So around lap 46. Oh, and car around the 00 of Cole Mather spins. He's upside down to the wall. Caution is, I'm pretty sure, is out here right as they cross the line for halfway. Oh my gosh. Terrible crash here at Daytona with Cole Mather. And we stayed green for half the race. Almost. That thing is ripped to shreds. I'm pretty sure we're under yellow here. Oh, we got another car. Another car that was crashed as well. We'll take a look at that here in a second. But meanwhile, Keith Hughes in the lead. Pause real quick and get a couple things fixed here. Anyway, I can hear race control because I'm just going off blind instinct. There we go. Alright, well, let's get a replay on it. I think TV1's really our best bet. Basically, the main camera we saw it off of. But basically, what happened here is just got two side by side, got that error, and then just started flipping it around. I'd be fairly surprised if they don't have engine damage, but we'll see. And I think I've seen another car that was wrecked as well. Or not wrecked. It looked like Sebastian Amaya has called it a night. Off pit road, it is going to be Colton, or not Colton Kalovich. I'm not. I missed who that was. I'm gonna be dead honest. But we'll see. So first yellow of the night came right at halfway. They'll still have to pit one more time. Well, maybe they're gonna be about 5 laps short. That 00 car, roof damage, so their night probably done in terms of being competitive. So that'll be something to note. So this will give the lead to, actually it looks like the 24, who I think was the first car out, is going to end up getting a black flag here, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 1,000% sure. Yeah, you're going to get a black flag. So the leader out of this is going to be Harry Crawford in the 76. He's going to be leading the field for the first time tonight. I think they can go green this time, theoretically. Alright, new set of cars in the lead. We will have to pit one more time, pretty sure. Unless they don't. I didn't check for sure, but I'm pretty sure they got to pit one more time. But Harry Crawford. He's going to lead us back to the green here at Daytona. Still single filed out. Obviously, no reason to go too crazy this early into this restart. Try to get some laps in. This puts a lot of cars, you know, we were talking about that draft that Harry was actually building. That pretty much got KO'd. Didn't have to worry about that now. So we are back to what we were with almost, I wouldn't say at the start of this race, but oh wow, Carson really sliding it in there. But we're back into a sense where everyone is in this. Now, I think Cole Mathers is going to be off the pace here, yeah. Unfortunately, we've seen that flip in the front straightaway. That last caution put him in a bad spot. It looks like Gino, he might be getting close to losing the draft as well, but he's going to stay up here. Garson Munoz going to make a move on the top. Doesn't look like it's going to prevail as much at the moment. These guys still trying to get sorted out. It looks like the 44 Colton Pettipaw getting a bit of a run here on that, but the top line also getting a run. Here comes Garson. Car stopped on the bottom as Colton Kalovich. Not sure what's going on there. It could be an issue, a technical issue they might be having. So that is going to cost them a potential shot at the win as they go a lap down. That's their pole sitter, by the way. Side by side here, Harry Crawford playing the lanes right now. As you got 3 on the bottom and pretty much everyone else on the top, I'm not going to lie. And Harry's going where the cars are at, and that's the top. And it looks like the 22 still rolling, just rolling on the bottom. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. I haven't seen anything in the chat. It looks like they've actually called the tow truck, so they're going to be in for a rough finish here unless we get a yellow. They might get a forgiveness here. And a little bit of slides here into one. Keith Hughes going to be side by side with Crawford. But the run's on the top with William Green. Oh, bit of a slide. McElreath going 3 wide and 3 and 4. Gino going to try to make that move stick. Still 3 wide. William Green in the wall off of 4. He's going to get shuffled out. Oh, 3 wide again. Nicholas Justice moving up really close on that 24. And there's a 78. Oh, getting really close to the 24 as well, trying 3 wide. Really hardcore racing here for these lower end spots right now. And it looks like another attempt for the lead here. Keith Hughes on the bottom once again. Now, we'll see if this prevails. There looks to be a little bit of draft down here. Run off the top, but we'll see. Harry Crawford once again at 76, still warping a bit. You could argue it's a bit tactical in helping him keep this lead. These cars don't want to get too close to him. Oh, incorrect! That's a 24, Gino Bononi! Single car incident, but they do throw the yellow. I think just some of these guys washing up on entry might have led to that. A quick replay on that. And this opens the door for pit stops. So I think they're probably going to be able to make it from here, honestly, with this caution. Yeah, 78 just got too close to him in turn 1. We've seen how close he was racing that last lap, and this time just kind of pretty much got that much closer. Pit road is open. You see Colton Kalovich there. He had called the tow truck. Have still not gotten any word on what might be causing his issues. As he's still on pit road. But this is, it's honestly the money stop. You see the 22. It looks like they have parked it for the night. And Harry Crawford gonna stay out. I think he went with no tires. I don't know what to think of that call because tire wear is a factor here. However, it does not mean an end of race strategy. We'll have to see. As the 78, bit of damage. He's going to be on pit road a little bit longer. So Harry Crawford still in the lead after that. I think it'll work here. But yeah, it looks like the 59 of McElreath there in second. Third place, Garson Young. Fourth place, Keith Hughes. And fifth place is Colton Pettipaw. Right there from Caesar. Green flag this time. So, pretty sure everyone is good to the end fuel-wise. I think the name of the game from here is just basically good old super speedway racing. Don't have to worry about fuel. Tires, I think, are going to be something to keep an eye on. I know there's some wear. Can't tell me there isn't, but there's a little bit of wear, a little bit of factor in that. And green flag is back in the air here at Daytona. Harry Crawford still with the lead as we approach around, what was that? 15 to go, I think. I think that's right. Yeah, 15 to go. And everybody getting these runs built up, getting themselves in a good spot. Maybe try to go for some spots here, make some track position. Kieran McElreath doing a little bit of say swerving down the back straightaway, kind of keep him guessing into the corner, or maybe that's just his driving style. I'm not sure. Ooh, bit of a close one there with the 28 and the 70. They hold strong. Here comes McElreath. He's still playing that lane game right now. Nothing. He's gonna go for it here. Thinks he might have a run. There's not a lot. Oh, he's gonna hit the apron a little bit. That might kill any chance of him getting into that lead spot. I mean, there was a bit of a break in the draft. For a second, could have fooled me into thinking that would have worked. He was gonna try to block this 28. Didn't quite have that spot. And now he does. Oh, he hits the apron. That's going to hurt him quite a bit. And this bottom line. This is inadvertently going to slide up in the top line. It's going to help Harry Crawford. Garson's not having it. He's going to go to the bottom now. Side by side. Second, third, and fourth rows. How many cars are left in this race? 10. The 13, 22, and 00 have all not been able to finish this race due to one issue or another, leaving just 10 left in the fight. As the top lane now appears to be the way everyone's going. Nicholas Justice on the bottom in the 5. Looks like he has a run from the 24. I believe that's 24, yeah. Forgive me if I get the 24 and 38 mixed up. They're driving the same cars. It's a freaking spotter nightmare. Here comes Garson. He might have a run. 76 is a bit of a side draft. They'll say side draft has no effect in NR2003. That, from what I've been told, is false. It has a slight, and I mean very slight effect in NR2003. Very minimal effect. And, oh, he's going to get sit 3, but Kelreath into the wall. There goes the 28 into the wall. They all keep it clean. Somehow they did not wreck there. The 59, the 28, I think everybody got into each other there. 76 pretty much getting freight trained right now. Nicholas Justice up to second, and Gino Bononi fighting for third. And all those cars still, or well, never mind. 59 and 28, I've probably lost the draft. Never mind. Well, I don't know. I think they might still have it. They might. Yeah, I think Keith still got it. I don't know about that 59. We'll see. Newcomers up to the front: Nicholas Justice and Gino Bononi. We've seen Nicholas Justice in these All-Star races before. The NARL Napolis 500. He was leading in the open. Not quite the same caliber as this, but he's going to lead a lap here in the NARL All-Star race this season. Not sure if that correlates to anything, but there's a fun fact for you nonetheless. That's all about is finding that lane. We're going to tend to go at the stripe here. 20, I still think has a draft. As for the 59, that might be the race. We'll see. But these runs they get big, but only when you're close together. Tend to go now here at Daytona for the NARL Season 17 All-Star Race. The winner of this race gets absolutely nothing, but hey, that's okay because this is NR2003. And yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. We'll figure it out. Oh, Nathan Hobbs looked like he was gonna go 3 there for a second. He's gonna hold on for now and think better of it, or maybe he just accidentally made that move. I'm not sure. I found myself in a spot where, like, shoot, I'm 3 wide. Daytona can really put yourself in a loop if you're not careful. Yeah, you got 6 on the top, 3 on the bottom. They get really good runs on the bottom, so I wouldn't even say that it's going to be one line dominant. You see Keith Hughes has recaught this pack. As for the 59, I think they might still be able to. I'm not gonna say they will, but I'm not counting them out yet. They might be able to get back into this. But Garson Mullin getting a little bit of help from Nathan Hobbs, Colton Pettipaw, the 28 of Keith Hughes. Oh, and the 46 in the wall, Harry Crawford. They keep it green again. They keep it clean and green. Well, I say clean. They kept it straight. And this might be enough for Cameron McElreath to get a little bit of sniff back into this draft, and the 76 is able to stay in it. How does this impact the lead? Not much. Garson is still side by side with Nicholas Justice. The lanes are starting to even up here. Still side by side. Let's get back with that 59 of McElreath. He is actually caught back up to the draft. How he has a little bit of wall damage, so I think it's hindering him a bit. But I think he's back in it in terms of just being in with the draft, so he can catch up to the draft as long as he hits his marks, doesn't hit the wall or nothing. So we are back to a 10 horse race to the finish here. I just hit wrong thing. Pretty sure point of no return is at 4 to go. We're about 2 laps from that. Here at the line, 2 laps to go till point of no return, I'm pretty sure. Unless my math is wrong, which very well could be. Didn't exactly excel on mathematics. Yeah, I think at this point, side by side, it's just kind of an endurance. You keep it clean, keep it straight. How long do they keep it like this? When do they start making moves? When do we start seeing, maybe start seeing some more 3 wides? I think that desperation just starts becoming a bit more valid towards the end of this run. Tire wear, obviously, I don't know if it's a huge factor, but it is a factor to keep an eye on. As we are now at 5 to go here in NARL. And I believe we'll be at the point of no return next time by. I think some of these guys starting to feel the heat on their tires. Guys have been pushing in these corners, and I'm not sure how much a factor it is because I don't think anyone else has really been saving their tires in terms of heat or just keeping them more straight, and I think everyone's really been pushing it. I don't know, maybe Keith Hughes. Maybe Keith Hughes. As we see a pass for second, 3 wide for P2. William Green's going to take it on the top over Gino Bononi. Talking about that change, those moves that were needed to be made. Nicholas Justice with a bit of a gap to the lead. Point of no return has been reached. 4 laps to go here at Daytona. I mean, who's... Oh, and the 5 right in front of the field. This is the... I'm pretty sure the point of... Oh, they're going to call the caution for that. Pretty sure it was point of no return, but I guess not. So Nathan Hobbs. Nathan Hobbs will assume the lead from this. So I guess we didn't... I guess we're... Yeah, I guess I must have missed something, because I know I wasn't here for the drivers' meeting, so if there was a discussion on the point of no return not being a thing, then definitely missed that. But Nathan Hobbs is going to assume the lead. This could be big for Nathan Hobbs. Basically, the entire field just wrecked, to put it in perspective for you. Yeah. So let's get a quick replay on that. Yep, so Nicholas Justice, this is coming into turn 1, went high and tried to block a lane that wasn't there. Or, yeah, and pretty much took out the 78, 28, 40, 76. I think the 28 might have gotten the fence. Well, let's take a look at his POV. It's just a vicious incident here. Oh my, the 59 was tumbling. We'll get a replay on that for sure. Here's Cameron McElreath. We were just talking about his comeback. This is going to be wraps for his race. 28 he ate some wall there as well. Dadgum, we'll get a replay on him as well. 44 hard hit, a lot of rough hits here. Gonna be a lot of cars that aren't going to be very competitive when we go back green. And lastly, we'll take a look at the 28 of Keith Hughes and his wild ride. Dadgum. Well, you heard it from the boss, and he's in the lead. Pit stops had completed, and 38, 24, and 07 are your top three. Harry Crawford is up to third. I'm not kidding. I think every car behind Nathan Hobbs has completely been junked in a sense. So, I mean, I think some of these guys are still competitive. We'll just have to find out here on the restart. They're going to be going green this time. Watching out for maybe the 44 there. He's the last car in the top 5 running. And Jamison waiting till right at the line. A very strategic move there from Jamison. Try to keep himself in this lead spot. 2 to go. Next time by, they're going to see the white flag. Big run from Gino Bononi. Question here, does he help his teammate or does he go for it for himself? Does Harry Crawford go for it? Nathan Hobbs. There's a lot of cars up here that could still go for it. Coming to the white flag here at Daytona. Nathan Hobbs, he's going to the top lane with Harry Crawford. 1 lap to go. Side by side for second, Nathan Hobbs, Gino Bononi. But Cameron Jamison holds the lead. Coming down the back straightaway for the final time. Bononi's not clear. Does he make a move on Jamison? 3 wide from Harry Crawford. Going into turn 3 for the final time. The 44 gets loose. Here comes Harry Crawford. Does he have anything for him? He's going to have a little help from the 24 and maybe no. Not going to be enough. Cameron Jamison's going to round off a turn 4 and he's going to win the NARL Season 17 All-Star Race. Also, that was a... I mean, he's still gassing it. I mean, yeah. I guess he's wanting to go down and finish victory lane as quick as he can. Unless that I'm wrong and this is the last lap, then I feel really stupid. I mean, if it is, regardless, Jamison still got the win. Oh yeah, Jamison still got the win. Yeah, usually I wouldn't full gas it up. But, let him get his burnout in. I think a lot of people were wanting to come up and congratulate Mr. Jamison, but hey, that's alright. Cameron Jamison is going to burn it down. League owner here in NARL. His one in NARL. He's won CCRS before, just not on broadcast. He's going to win this on broadcast. Granted, not in points race, but you can win a non-points race. Opens the door. Maybe we'll see Jamison end up in victory lane and a NARL points race before too long. Burning it down, that number 38 Ford Torino. Very well done burnout, I will say. He's doing in the grass. There go. And he's going to park it in the pit stall and call it good. Alright. A good picture. Then we'll go to the post race. I'm not even sure anyone's going to want an interview, but we'll go to it regardless. Now, if someone sees me muted, it's because when I joined in, I didn't want to like interrupt nobody. So if anyone wants an interview, you feel free to pop in. There we go. That's a solid shot right there. Right. Oh, there you are. There you are. I was about to drag you in. Mr. Cameron Jamison. How are you feeling? Hey. Uh, First time for everything, right? Oh, shoot. I just realized I had the desktop audio muted the whole time. Alright, now it's up. They can hear you now. They didn't hear the engine sounds. Oh, well, that's alright. They heard me. That's all that matters. Well,
Exactly. Yeah.
you played the strategy. Everybody died.
Yep.
The rest is history there. Obviously, Lou Garner. First time having you in here, by the way. Yeah. What was your thoughts on that race?
It was thrilling. I was expecting it to be a very different race, both before the race even started and towards the end. Along one of the points, I had lost the draft because I kept slapping the wall, and even after that, I kept slapping the wall and ended up losing the draft and got lucky with everyone else's misfortunes. But yeah, it was just a thrilling race, and I really lucked out with having pretty much everyone except for me, Joe, and Nathan wrecking that last four to go crash. So I feel fortunate. I feel bad for the other people who had to pay for my success.
And sometimes that's just how it goes. But yeah, we've done all-star races and other stuff like this before. I'm not too keen on NARL's big history with like all-star races. Is this the first time y'all done a GNS 70 all-star race?
As far as I know, it is. I think NARL might have driven GNS 70 as one of its regular mods back before my time, but definitely the first time we've done an all-star race with this mod. A lot of the times we would use just the basic mods, and it had me a little bit worried that that would also hurt the turnout, but one still turned out for it. Well, most people turned out for it, so it turned out better than I expected, and glad to see it turn out that way.
Well, I mean, we've seen you. You can say you've won a NARL exhibition race in recency. It might be a long shot to say, but I think we could maybe see you in victory lane in one of these points races before too long.
Yep, as Tate Dorsey would say, the floodgates might have just opened, so we'll see whether there's any water behind those floodgates.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We got Myrtle Beach in Atlanta coming up. Um, from a league owner standpoint, you obviously want those to go well, but what about from a driver standpoint? How confident do you feel about those tracks?
Not terribly confident, I'll be honest. On a lot of them, I'd say average or above average, but I usually find ways to get myself into wrecks or just get stuck behind the wrecks and pay for it. But there's just so many good drivers here that even after all these years of seeing them grow up, they end up getting better than me. So I'm still learning from people. At least I have that going for me. But yeah, I don't have many great aspirations for being able to win, but I'd like to think maybe I'll be a bit more confident being able to ride them now that I can say I've actually won at the same time that they've been in the league.
Hey, that's pretty good to say. Um, but yeah, I don't have any other questions for you. Do you have any other statements before I let you go?
No other statements besides just what I said at the beginning of the race. I'm thankful that everyone came out for the race and exciting one, even if they didn't quite get the experience at the end that they were hoping for. It's the more people turn out, the better it is, and really appreciative that they came out and made a good time.
All right. Well, thank you for hosting and thanks for racing and congrats on the win.
Thank you, and thanks for the broadcast. Always enjoy them.
Okay, it's a good feel. All right.
Good night.
All right.
Buddy
Thanks.
left your channel.
All right. There's Cameron Jamison. Up next, we got our 7th place finisher, Nicholas Justice.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey, Nicholas, you got a copy?
Yep.
All right. Well, remember the NARL Annapolis 500 didn't go too well for you. That was one of NARL's All-Star
Yeah.
races that ran last year. This one, granted, not as many cars, but seemed to go a lot better for you. Led quite a few laps. Almost won the race, honestly, but it looked like a little bit of
Yeah.
a misjudgment might have cost you that.
Yeah. The 24 was a really good pusher. I wish he would have stayed with me, but I understand him going to the bottom. But I don't know. I feel like I should have stayed. It's another lesson. I guess I should have stayed up in my line. But yeah, I led laps. That was very exciting to get to be at the front of the field. And I'm glad that Cam won the race though. You don't see that very often.
Yeah. I'm glad he
But
finally joined the booth. I've been broadcasting friggin' NARL since like late 2024. He hadn't even been nice enough to enter the booth. Well, I say nice enough. I'm just joking around, but like,
yeah, I
yeah,
know.
no. I mean, you win the race. Hasn't won a race in the time I've been broadcasting. So, um,
He's
yeah,
yeah. I mean, it was an exciting race though without the restrictor plates. Without the restrictor plates, it's a very exciting race.
yeah. I know.
But
Cameron usually an underdog for the most part, but I don't know if you've seen or if any of the viewers or you might have seen the lone MOT broadcast I did. He knows how to work around these super speedways. Even the IFAR New Atlanta race or whatever track that is, Echo Park. He was, top three there towards the end, hit a bump, unfortunately ruined his chance at a
uh,
win or top three, but he is definitely someone to watch when it comes to super speedways. And,
yeah,
um, you know, give him some time, give him some circumstances that might flow in his direction. I wouldn't even be, it wouldn't even be too outrageous to say he might win, intermediate, short track, something like that.
yeah. I mean, I hope I can get one. If I do, it'll be for Kyle Busch. R.I.P. That's very sad tragedy that hasn't been recently.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, back to you, obviously. I've been racing a bit here in NARL. Um, Tonight was definitely you led some laps.
yeah.
You held your line for a bit. I mean, obviously that mistake you had with the 70. Was that
Mm.
just a misjudgment on how close he was, or was it just like what,
I think it was a misjudgment on how fast he was coming up on me. Really.
yeah,
Because I was like, should I block him? Should I do? I was like, oh, maybe I can kind of squeeze him, and he was coming up with me a little too fast for me to squeeze him. But I like, no, I'd say that's more on me. But it was a good race. It was a good race. My first super speedway race. I've never been around for a super speedway race, so maybe that's hope for the other ones.
um, you know, let's talk about just the regular season for a second. Um, we got two races upcoming. These are the two last races of the season coming up at Myrtle Beach and Atlanta. Do you plan on racing those?
Yeah, I'll race if I can.
All right. Um, and just, I asked the same thing about Cameron. Momentum is obviously a big thing, but you got a lot of competitive drivers in this field. A lot of them, not most of them didn't race tonight. Obviously, Gino, he raced here, one of the NARA longtime drivers, which he actually just got a really good boost towards the point standings after some recent races with the recent Stephen Gibson DNF last week at Pocono. So point battle is going to be interesting, but just from the general consensus, you got a lot of fast drivers here like Gino Bononi, TalhaDevYT, Landon Lyle, Alexander Gonzalez Green, Stephen Gibson, uh, guys like that. They're not easy to beat every week. Um, do you see yourself putting yourself in a position to see like maybe sometime down the road that you can compete with those guys or at least get up to the level they are now to where you can, put yourself in better spots to win races?
Yeah, yeah, like it takes time. They didn't. I don't know if they immediately went like that, but I'm pretty confident for Myrtle Beach and Atlanta. I know I ran good at Atlanta last time. I ran good at I ran decent at Myrtle Beach, I think. But those were, I don't know what season those were, but I mean, I'm confident for those tracks. I've been to those tracks before, so at least I have a little bit of experience. But I just hope to grow it as a driver on here, and hopefully I'll finally win one.
Well, and there's still more seasons than NARL to go. Um, Obviously, nothing lasts forever. I couldn't tell you what the last season of NARL is going to end up being, but um, you know, this league's been around for a bit. It has an interesting history. I glazed over it a little bit in my recent video, but it's it's one of the first leagues I joined myself back in
Yeah.
2022. It's definitely it's a league. You know, some people might not like it, but I think it's a good, even if it's not considered a beginner league anymore at this point, it's still a good place to kind of get your footing and
Yeah.
just you know get that experience and try some new things, experiment a little bit. Obviously, don't wreck people. That's not good,
Yeah.
but like go with some experiments and stuff. If it doesn't work, learn and try something different next time.
Yeah. I started off in NARL. There's clips from my first race, which is at Dover, and it was this, but it was the first race, I gotta thank the 44 of Colton Pettypaws. I don't know if you see that. I think I messed up his last name,
I think it's
but
Colton Pettipaw. I
yeah,
think the
yeah,
S
I
is
know he
silent.
tells me it all the time, but he's definitely what got me into this league. He supports me, racing. I was in a voice track in this race, and he was cheering me on. He was cheering me on. But he introduced me to the league, and I appreciate him very much.
Well, I don't have any other questions for you. Do you have anything else you wanted to say before you called it good?
No, I appreciate you talking to me.
All right. Well, congrats on. Well, I mean, granted, it was an easy top 10 considering there was only 10 cars in the race, but you led some laps. You had a
Yeah,
pretty good day. I think you got some good experience.
I'd say.
Take from that and go on next week, eh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, catch you next time.
Yep. Stay rowdy.
User left your channel.
All right. Well, I think that's it on interviews. Just Mr. Cameron Jamison and Nicholas Justice. I got a little overexcited there. But yeah, there's your unofficial results. Cameron Jamison, Harry Crawford, Gina Bononi, Nathan Hobbs, and Colton Pettipaw. Your top 5, Garson Mewing, Nicholas Justice, William Green, Keith Hughes, and Karen McKellery. Top 10. 3 cars did not finish this race. The double O of Cole Mather, the 22 from the pole sitter position, Colton Calvich, and Sebastian Amaya. All, unfortunately, we're not able to call it good at the end. Well, let's talk about broadcasts. Next up, let's see, tomorrow is Saturday, so IFAR's off. I think the Truck Series, NASCAR Truck Series, are going to be going live tomorrow morning at 8 Eastern. So if you're watching this, you're probably already should be in bed for getting ready for that. So that's just an IRL stuff. They got Coke 600 this weekend, and obviously memorizing the late Kyle Busch, and might do some more on that. We'll see. Then let's see, Monday. I think Cars Trucks is running Monday, so I don't know. I think I might race that. And then Tuesday, I think is off week for BPNR, so no racing for them. So next up is going to be I think CCRS starting up on the 28th. So yeah. I will not be racing or not be broadcasting as much in CCRS. I'm going to start doing some more races in there, help the attendance get up a little bit, or at least boost the numbers a little bit. I might just broadcast Super Speedways or something. I haven't fully decided, but I'm probably going to do some more racing in CCRS. I'm going to probably stream my POV on my main channel. Then we'll go from there. But yeah, fairly slow week. Not a lot going on. Do got another video I'm working on a script for. Be a bit longer, I think. I don't know. We'll see. Basically, the way I make my videos, I just make the script and then put the video together, and however long it is however long it is. I don't restrict myself in time limits. I feel like that's pretty stupid and unprofessional. Even though I'm already unprofessional as is because I just don't know what I'm doing. But I just do it for the love of the game. But regardless, I want to thank everybody for watching. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe. If you did not enjoy, like and subscribe anyway, because, why not? And yeah, rest easy, stay well. Goodbye, and stay rowdy.